This video is for Psychology 620, Psychological Consultation with Dr. Livingston. My name is Samantha Brown, and this is Module 5. This scenario, the first one says, the consultee says this job is so stressful. I never imagined that managing a staff of 7 could be so draining. Everyone has different agendas. No one seems to realize that I can't please everyone all the time. The first consultant's response: it sounds like you feel a lot of pressure to keep everyone happy and no one seems to realize how hard it is. The second consultant answers it like this: you know, just from talking to you for 10 minutes, I can see that you're not assertive enough and your employees have lost respect for you. I think one goal of ours working together could be to help you to become more assertive. I definitely think that consultant 1's response was 100% better. The second consultant is going to put the consultee on the defense, and immediately they might shut down and not be able to listen to anything else the consultant has to say. It's really hard to phrase a sentence that way and to not allow it to come out rudely. You're better off going with something like an active listening and showing the person that you did hear what they said and that you understand and that you've been there, and then it's a normal thing to become stressed and overwhelmed. I think that builds the relationship between the consultant and the consultee. That way it opens that line of communication and gives the consultee more openness to ask questions that they may not become totally comfortable with asking, whereas with the consultant too, with that response, they aren't going to want to continue to give their feedback and say what's going on because you've already kind of shut them down in the beginning. If it was me, I definitely kind of would have responded like consultant 1. I would have reiterated what they said, and I would have made sure that they knew that this is normal and that things do get overwhelming, and that I would be there to help them, and that's why I was there. Let's figure this out together, rather than putting all the blame on the consultee, because obviously they already feel bad enough and they feel stressed enough that they're calling an outside party in to help them. The second scenario says that the consultee says, I'm really worried about Madison. She seems to cry too easily. I'm wondering if something is going on at home. The first consultant says, tell me a little more about what you're seeing. Consultant 2, what time is the next faculty meeting? I think again that consultant 1 is correct. I think that by getting more information out of the consultee, you're giving them a better opportunity to communicate with you and to give you some more information in order for you to better help them. The second one, what time is the next faculty meeting? I think that that's a little bit of a close-ended question. As far as when you're first starting out talking to someone, you really have to keep that openness and that communication flowing, because if not, you might hit a dead end. It's important that the consultant and the consultee relationship is strong, because if it's not, they aren't going to get much accomplished. There needs to be more going on than what was going on when the consultee was just working on it themselves. They are the ones with all the information about Madison. They could give you reasons why she might be crying. They could give you possible things that might be going on at home, and those things might click in the consultant's head, and that might give them more to talk about. It might give them another avenue to go. To just ask, what time is the next faculty meeting? Well, what are you really accomplishing with that? You know, it would be nice to have a faculty meeting, and that can be a plan of action. However, it's important to try and get the problem solved as quickly as possible. So, you know, just to wait until the next faculty meeting might not be efficient enough for what's going on at the time. And by asking those open-ended questions and giving the consultee more room to communicate and to tell you what's going on, it gives them the floor, it makes them feel more confident, and it's giving them the power to solve the process through problem solving and through talking and through communicating. I think that, you know, that's the approach that I would take if I was a consultant. I would want to know as much as possible as I could about the situation before starting to ask those close-ended questions. as far as that goes, because my job as a consultant is to learn all the information I can and to guide this consultee to solve this problem. And without all of the information, I might not be doing this person any good. Chances are the consultee's already been to a lot of faculty meetings and those aren't working, because if they were, they wouldn't have called the consultant in. So in my opinion, the consultant's job is to sit down with the consultee and really get as much information as they possibly can before bringing other people in. Obviously, other people definitely need to be brought in. That would be the next step to this. Let's find out what's going on at home. Let's find out what's going on at school. Maybe there's been a change at home recently, and that could be part of the problem. So it's really about asking those open-ended questions and giving the consultee the room to tell you what is going on without putting them on the defense and putting them in a position where they feel like they're not comfortable talking to you because you're judging them by the way that maybe they've already handled the problem. So that is how I would approach those situations, and I think that it's always a good idea to remember that even though a consultant and a consultee are both professionals, it can be a little intimidating to have a consultant come in, and it's important that the consultant does what they can to make the consultee feel as comfortable as possible. Thank you.